After a hard winter, a lot of people look forward to dealing with their gravel driveways and try to refinish them and pull them back together. Well, today I'm going to show you what I can do with my 7060 Kubota and this TR3. And we're going to go up and down my driveway. I'm going to kind of show you how to bring new life back to gravel that pre-existed and how to fill in some of the holes and make it look nice. So stay tuned. We're going to get right to it. So we're only going to do this stretch of the driveway because up here is the barn area and it needs gravel, and when it turns muddy, it's pretty muddy. So this whole area here needs to be finished a lot differently. But right now we're just going to deal with the main driveway. We're going to go down here and I'm going to kind of show you what it looks like a little before and after, and what we're trying to do. Now there's gravel, there's a lot of compaction in here from mud getting kind of dragged across this driveway. And there's a little pothole here so you can see a little bit of the mud pack, and we'll get that filled in. And a lot of compaction where the tires went down the driveway. We're going to kind of break that compaction and pull it up. In the center here there's a slight crown. Some of the gravel kind of got pushed to the edge, but what you do see is grass growing up and down the driveway in the center, and I don't like that. I know some people do. I can't stand it, so we're going to tear that out. And as we continue down the driveway, we had basically the same situation all the way down it with compaction, and you can see what that is. And bottom line is, once we get down, and I like the compaction aspect of it, because if I just stuck extra base down here, that's all I would actually need. And I know that I have a nice hard base. But what I'm going to try to do here is really loosen this gravel up, break some of that up, and it's going to compact down. But I want to kind of loosen it up and give it a fresher look without adding gravel. This is a slight parking lot that needs a little TLC, and I'll probably tear that up a little bit and smooth it out and get rid of the grass there as well. And as we continue all the way down the driveway, we have the same problem. Here we have a few extra potholes though. This pothole's been here very slightly now, coming back, and then there's another one over here. And it's about to rain, so I may not do this till after the rain, which is fine because it'll just soften up the gravel. But we'll fill all these holes in, we'll bring in new life to it, and we'll go all the way up to the road. So this is a before shot of what our plan is and what we're going to do. it took about a half hour to complete this entire process of that driveway from back there to up by the road and this little side lot. And I just didn't want to bore you guys watching that continuously, but I wanted to give you an idea of how it works and how good that TR3 does. You know, in a half hour to do this kind of work, I'm really happy with it. And what you did is you rejuvenate your gravel that you already have, and you bring it up to the surface, and eventually it'll pack back down. But you constantly keep going over this, you know, 2 to 3 times maybe a year, at least twice, you know, in the spring and the fall, and normally you're in really good shape. And I have tons of traffic up and down my driveway with farm equipment, dump trucks, and other heavy equipment. And by the way, my name is Brad Kemp. I'm with Blue Nile Farm. I forgot to introduce myself, I think, in this video. But, you know, I've made a lot of playlists on doing these gravel driveways. And, you know, the TR3 or the SR3 are two tools made by ABI Attachments that are basically the same design. One's made for the skid steer and one's made for the tractor. And when it comes to driveways, I like the one on the tractor the best because I can keep going up and down and stay the course. When you do a skid steer, it's a backward movement. But, you know, this is one of the easiest tools out there. They're very versatile tools that can get the job done effectively. And I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but I do believe in their equipment, and I use it for many different things. I do it in land clearing. I do it for moving dirt. It specializes in that. Basically filling in holes, working my horse pastures, leveling hay fields. I've used it for a lot of different things, even breaking ice in the wintertime. And I think that's what's the key of having a piece of equipment is if you're going to make an investment, you want one that's multi-versatile. So this is what you see in a half hour of doing a gravel driveway, and a lot of it is having the right tool with the Scarfire teeth. Now, anytime you use Scarfire teeth, a lot of guys go back and forth, but a little trick is if you do S-turns and start being erratic going down your driveway, a lot of times you can get a little bit more bite on your driveway. Then when you finish, you can start walking and running down a straight line. But you want to really start to break up your edges and your corners and really get some of this gravel broken down. Now, the actual depth here is about 1 inch, so it's not real deep, but it's a nice now that everything come to the surface, broke up the fines, everything got lifted up, and it looks good. And again, I didn't need to spend the money on gravel. I did it with what I had. Now, eventually I could put more gravel down, and that it'll work more for the crown. But right now, we're just getting by. It's the summertime. It's going to be kind of a drought, and I'm not going to have a lot of standing water in my driveway, so I'm not really worried about it. If I did, then I'd be worried more about crowns. But I kind of know my driveway, and everything around here is really flat, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have. So let's go up and let me show you the TR3 for those that are interested. Kind of go over that tool so you understand what it's about, and then go from there. So I want to talk real quickly about this TR3 and what it's all about. First off, it's a very solid piece of equipment, and these tires can be moved forward or back so you can get deeper depth, or you can offset them so you can kind of drag some of the outside material back in. It's not as good as, say, anything you can angle, but it is helpful to do. There's 9 Scarfire teeth and a comb on the front and the back of these machines. Right, and normally the Scarfire teeth are in the first row here, and then it's followed by the comb. But this is an older unit. It's called a double duty, so it actually has 2 rows of teeth. And it really didn't speed up the process much going down this driveway, but it was a little helpful, and I kind of like having that extra teeth for that. There's the comb itself here. It's 90 inches on this machine, but the actual Scarfires are 72 inches wide. Now the Scarfire teeth, they dig straight into the ground. They're different than, say, a box scraper that's kind of a J pattern, and that makes this a little bit more aggressive where it goes in and really digs deep if you'd like. What I like about this tool is the fact is you're gradually going, every time you make a pass, you're going a little deeper at a time. You're dragging material and you keep working it. And what's nice about this machine is you could be a total rookie and never use this before in your entire life. Take this machine out because it has a self-leveling blade, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. So once this thing is set right and you drop it, you just drive and it will self-level, and you don't really have to do much to it. It's very, very easy to use, and that's what makes it valuable. It's not like a box scraper you got to drag and lift and try to feather stuff in. Here it's just easy peasy. The key to this, though, is you want a hydraulic top link on your tractor because that allows you to set your pitch forward and down. And once you're set, you just drive. It's easy. So let me give you a close-up, and then you'll get an idea what this machine's all about. So up here you can see these are the scar fire teeth. This is actually one row, and you can see how those points are made. They're a little bit different. Then back here is where that secondary row is. That's why it's called a double duty. So they're a little bit more aggressive to the ground. And then here's the comb in the back. And that allows you to feather the gravel into and level into the driveway. Works really nice, and it works really well on dirt. Very beautiful smoothing process with the dirt. I like it. If you're putting a seed bed in, that's something you might want to consider. Now this is the floating blade right up in here, and it floats. So you can actually lock it down like a box scraper here and put a pin in it, but basically it floats across the ground. It's very heavy and it does a beautiful job, so I really like that. So this is one of those tools that they've been around a while. They're really good for horse arenas, and I have a horse farm, so that's kind of how I stumbled onto this and how I knew about it. But the versatility makes this thing smoke a lot of the other piece of equipment, and I can use it all year round, and I use it religiously. This tool itself, though, you can probably find a used one for around $1,500 for a 72-inch model. And this 72-inch model, I suggest you have a little bit more horsepower. They recommend 35 horse, but I think you need something at least 50, 55 horse. And four-wheel drive will definitely help to get, actually, once you get going, because you'll get some heavy wet spots and you'll get bogged down. And with a little bit more horsepower, you can kind of drive through. It's a great tool. I can't say enough about it. I think that it's something to look into, and if you're looking into doing gravel driveways of any magnitude and consistently, this is the tool for you, because it'll work and it'll be more beneficial than anything you can get in a box store. Downfall with the box scraper is you need a hydraulic top link, because that will allow you to dig into the ground, because a lot of times a lot of guys buy box scrapers thinking they're going to do a gravel driveway, and they wind up skipping across the ground. They're not really moving that material. It might move loose material, but doesn't have the ability to break up compacted material in the ground. And that's where this thing smokes it, because this thing can do so. The other thing too is a lot of guys use the power rakes, and they'll sit there and you'll watch guys talk about them in the driveway. I would use a power rake if I had one, but the problem is a power rake, a good one's going to cost you about $15,000. And secondly, it's not a multiple versatile tool. This one is. I have limited locations where I personally can use a power rake. You know, and it would do a nicer job on the edges, because you have the ability to control it a little bit and break up the dirt, grass. But I can, if I go back and scar fire a bunch of times, eventually I can break it up as well. So it all depends on how you plan on attacking the problem. And I find this is a really good tool, and it works well for me. And I suggest that if you're interested in something that you can use and you're not going to be dropping a lot of money on, and it could work well for you, this is it. But remember, you need a hydraulic top link, and that's another $250. But it's well worth the investment, because I tell you what, I don't run anything with the 3-point that doesn't have a hydraulic top link. I don't care what it is, because once you have one, you'll never go back to the old traditional top links again. It just don't work for me. So with that said, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was somewhat of a quick video to show you, a quick way of taking care of your driveway if you have a tractor. Look in these TR3s, they do a good job. And I'm not just opposed to other pieces of equipment, because there's land planes and there's other tools out there that could be used on gravel driveways, but they all do relatively the same thing, and I'm not opposed to them either. Just remember though, that what's nice about this is more versatile than most of the other tools out there, and that's what makes the big difference, because everybody's coming up with their new design, and this is kind of a unique piece of equipment, because you can use it like a box scraper. You can lock up the floating level bar, and you can actually drag material if that's what you deem to do. You can float across the ground. You can do so many different things with it, you just can't go wrong. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Any questions, just hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to answer them best I can. See you guys later.